Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping straight into something I know a lot of you Fortnite creators are thinking about.
Yeah, how do you get people to actually play your island?
Exactly. You've built something awesome in UEFN or creative, but how do you get eyeballs on it
Yeah.
and keep them coming back?
Mm-hmm. That's that crucial step.
So our mission today is to give you some solid strategies. We're pulling from ideas about community building, a bit of marketing know-how.
And tailoring it all for Fortnite. We want to give you those moments, but keep it really practical.
Right. No dense theory, just actionable stuff. Because understanding how to engage people and talk to them effectively, that's apparently key.
It really is. It's not just about the island itself, brilliant as it might be. It's about the people who play it and building something with them.
Okay, let's dig in then. First up, this idea of really knowing your audience. It's got to be more specific than just Fortnite players, yeah?
Oh, absolutely. Think about the really popular islands. They often have a very specific vibe or cater to a certain play style, don't they?
Yeah, you see zone wars, maps, parkour, role-playing,
Mm-hmm.
very different crowds.
Precisely. So ask yourself, who is my ideal player? What kind of experience would really hook someone who loves, say, complex strategy games, or maybe someone who just wants silly, chaotic fun?
What makes them tick? What are they looking for that maybe they aren't finding elsewhere?
Exactly. Understanding their interests, their motivations,
Yeah.
even their frustrations, helps you build something that genuinely resonates. It's like knowing your core community members anywhere online. You got to know who you're building for.
So you've got that picture, that ideal player in mind. How do you then start building an actual community? It doesn't just happen overnight.
No, definitely not. It's more organic. Think of your island as the central hub, the campfire. Especially early on, you have to be there.
Like actively playing, talking to people.
Yes, jumping into games, chatting with those first players, asking what they think, responding to feedback. That's the spark. There's this concept, sometimes called the content traffic activation flywheel.
Okay. Break that down for a Fortnite island?
Sure, so the content is your island, obviously, the core experience. Early on, your engagement is part of that content too. The traffic is how players find you, and activation is getting them to stick around and become regulars.
Right, it makes sense. Let's talk traffic first. How do players find your island in the sea of, well, everything else?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's about discoverability within Fortnite's world, but also thinking outside the game sometimes.
Like social media, sharing clips.
Yeah, exactly. Sharing cool moments on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube Shorts, maybe joining Discord servers where people talk about creative maps. Connecting with streamers or YouTubers who feature islands could be huge too.
Getting your island mentioned in those established communities can drive players who are already looking for what you offer.
Precisely. It's like targeted traffic. They're more likely to be interested from the get-go.
Okay, so they find it, they land on your island. Now, activation. How do you make them want to stay, to come back?
It starts with that welcome. Is it easy to figure out what to do? Is there something interesting right away? Maybe some clear starting objective.
Like a mini tutorial or pointers?
Could be. Or just a really well-designed spawn area. And interaction is key. If there are ways to communicate, like voice chat or even just seeing you, the creator, active,
Yeah.
that helps.
Building that connection.
Yeah, making them feel like they're part of something, not just playing a random map. That first positive interaction can make all the difference.
It feels like, even as a solo creator, you're suddenly a community manager, a moderator.
You really are wearing multiple hats, especially at the start. Community management resources often talk about these specific roles.
How does one person juggle all that? Seems like a lot.
Well, the advice is usually to start small. Don't worry about having thousands of players on day one. Focus on those first few, the early adopters.
Engage with them deeply.
Exactly. They're your potential core community, your advocates. Get feedback from them. Make them feel valued. Quality over quantity, especially early on. Establish the vibe you want for your island with that initial group.
Okay, got that small, engaged group. How do you keep things fresh? Keep them interested long term. What about content strategy?
Good question. You need a plan. What's the core gameplay loop? What themes are you exploring? But fundamentally, is it fun for your target players?
Always back to the fun.
Always. And thinking ahead helps. Are you going to add new areas, run special events, maybe seasonal updates? Listening to player feedback and incorporating it can be huge for keeping things fresh too.
And maintaining a consistent feel, like
Yeah.
branding for your island.
Yeah, consistency in the tone, the style, it helps build an identity. Players know what to expect from your island.
So when those new players arrive,
Right.
attracted by your traffic driving efforts,
Mm.
what's crucial for that welcoming phase?
Make it super easy to get started. No confusion, clear signs maybe, intuitive design. Think about why people join online groups or play specific games.
What are those reasons?
Usually it boils down to a few things. Functional needs, they want a specific type of practice maybe, or a certain game mode. Participation, they want to show off their skills, contribute, maybe help others. Or belonging, they just want to connect with people who like the same stuff.
So your island should ideally tap into one or more of those.
Yeah, understanding which motivations your island caters to helps you communicate its value better.
Which brings us to communication. How do you actually tell people about your island in a way that grabs them?
You got to be persuasive but also targeted. Generic messages kind of fall flat, don't they?
Play my island. This isn't very compelling.
Right. Try speaking to specific groups. If you have a hardcore building map, call out to the experienced builders. If it's a casual party game, aim for that audience.
Highlight what's in it for them.
Exactly. What's the unique benefit? And keep it simple. One main message, like, try our intense new survival mode. And a clear call to action island code is XXXX.
And timing matters here too, presumably, if you drop an update.
Oh, absolutely. You need to let people know promptly. If there's an event, announce it ahead of time. Keep your community informed.
Make them feel like insiders?
Yeah. Position your island as the place for whatever experience you offer. Communicate the fun, the challenge, the community. Why should they spend their time here?
Okay, so you've got them, they feel welcome, they're getting updates.
Yeah.
How do you maintain that engagement long term? You mentioned gamification earlier.
Yes. Gamification can be super powerful. Think leaderboards, maybe unique achievements within your island that aren't standard Fortnite ones.
Like survive the Horde Night 5 times.
Perfect example. Or mastered the epic parkour course. Things that give players a sense of accomplishment and maybe a little bit of status within your island's community.
It taps into different motivations, right?
Exactly. There's intrinsic motivation playing because the game itself is fun, and extrinsic motivation playing for rewards, status, recognition. Good gamification uses both.
Even simple things like acknowledging top players or frequent visitors.
Definitely. Some communities use ranks or badges. You could do something similar, even informally. Maybe shout out top players on a community Discord or an in-game message board. It makes people feel seen.
Interesting. Some sources even suggest not revealing the exact rules for ranks to build anticipation.
Yeah, a little mystery can sometimes boost engagement.
Okay, let's circle back briefly to driving that initial traffic. We mentioned social media, but what about discoverability inside Fortnite?
Right. While it's not like Google SEO, think about how players search in the Discover tab. What keywords might they use?
Zone Wars, Tycoon, Escape Room.
Yeah, but also maybe more specific things related to your unique gameplay. Those are like your long tail keywords. If you have a unique horror survival game, maybe terms related to that.
Gotcha. And collaborating with other creators.
Cross-promotion can be huge. If you team up with someone, you both potentially gain access to each other's audience, link to each other's islands, maybe do a collaborative event.
And just generally making sure info about your island is out there wherever you are online.
Consistency across platforms helps build recognition.
Okay, last big piece. Measuring success. How do you know if any of this is actually, working?
You got to track some key things. Obvious ones are like unique visitors, how many players are active regularly.
Playtime. How long are they staying?
Yep, average playtime is a great indicator. Also, look at player retention. Are they coming back day after day, week after week? And don't forget qualitative stuff, like the feedback you get. Are people having fun? Are they reporting bugs or suggesting ideas?
So it's not just numbers, but the actual impact and engagement.
Exactly. Is your island creating a positive experience? Are people connecting? That's the real measure of success for a community-focused island.
Right. So let's quickly recap the big takeaways from this deep dive. To really market your Fortnite island effectively,
You need to deeply understand your ideal player. You got to actively build that community, not just hope it appears.
have a plan for your content, keep it fresh and fun. Make that welcome experience smooth and inviting for newcomers.
Communicate clearly, target your messages, and keep people in the loop. And use things like gamification to keep engagement high.
Applying these ideas, pulled from community building and marketing, but really focused on the Fortnite world. That seems like the path forward.
It really does give you a framework to build not just an island, but a thriving space for players.
Okay, to leave you with something to chew on, what is that one truly unique thing, that special gift your island offers? What makes it stand out from every other island?
And how can you shout that unique thing from the rooftops, digitally speaking, to attract the players who will absolutely love what you've built?
Think about that core message, that unique value. How can you amplify it to build your own fantastic community? Ponder that, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.